Which coins are going to be the best to hold to commemorate the reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II? There are so many to choose from, but I do think that I've got a good selection here on the table that really will do very well, including one that was delivered whilst filming this video. So if you really want to see an impromptu unboxing, definitely worth watching to the end of this video. So let's dive in and talk about which coins are going to be the best to hold to commemorate this historic change of monarchs. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to a special edition of In Focus Friday, where we're going to talk about and have a look at some of the top picks that I have for coins commemorating Her Majesty the Queen. Not only potential great windfalls in terms of financial profit, but also as a keepsake and memento for this historic reign and changing of the guard, so to speak. Now, it's a sad fact of the matter, whilst quite morbid of a topic, that coins will increase in value when a monarch passes away, especially one so beloved as Queen Elizabeth. So, whilst morbid, it is something that I feel that we should talk about. What I definitely don't like is the hype, the hysteria, and the flagrant just profiteering from some individuals and organisations. That I don't agree with. And all I would say is if you want to buy something to commemorate Her Majesty the Queen, research the best prices for something. A lot of the products that are being hawked right now can be bought directly from the Royal Mint still, at mint issue price, not the 4, 5, 6 times price points. So, with that said, what are my top picks for the future? And this is the honest answer. You cannot get more quintessential than a coin that is literally named after the sovereign. And this 5-coin set is, in my opinion, the single best set that you could possibly have. It's of course expensive. It's £4,750 mint issue price. Right now, these sets are changing hands for 10, 11, 12,000 pounds. Even before Her Majesty's passing last week, they were selling at auction for 8 or 9,000 pounds. So these are most certainly going to be the biggest picks that you could make out there. Now, not everybody can get these or afford these, certainly now with the prices that are being commanded for them. And don't get me wrong, there's definitely been some thoughts in my mind about cashing out of this set. You know, the profit margin that is on there potentially for these right now is not to be ignored. But as a moral decision for myself, I feel like taking advantage of the immediate grief and emotions out there within the collectors markets isn't right. But also from a financial standpoint, I think there are way more legs in these coins and potential value in them going forward. And that's my honest opinion. I think this is the quintessential set to have. We won't go through that whole booklet right now. Let's get to some of the shiny stuff, because that's what it's all about. And I think this set especially, that commemorates Her Majesty the Queen's reign in such incredible glory with this five coin set, this 5 sovereign piece, is just magic, and it is something to marvel at. So here is the Quintuple proof sovereign, and let me tell you, it is a sight to behold. I'm very fortunate in life to be able to be in a position to get this coin and this whole set, and I don't take that for granted. And so going forward into the future, there is no more quintessential coin than this, I feel, for Her Majesty the Queen. And here she is with Jodie Clark's portrait. And it will, I think, live on as the quintessential coin. Now, there are, of course, other coins similar to this, the matte finish sovereign that I took delivery of just a week before Her Majesty's passing. And, of course, the Piedfort sovereign, which I think will be coming through my door any minute now. I could, in fact, be even interrupted by filming this video by the postman. But those coins I think will be especially valuable going forward. So that in itself also transposes back through to other sovereigns for 2022. The 2022 sovereign with this new design, this commemorative design for the Platinum Jubilee, makes it even more special. The fact that Her Majesty the Queen passed in her 70th year is deeply sad, but also an incredible achievement to have got there. I watched one of the many tribute documentaries that have been out there, and in her own words, she said about her Platinum Jubilee that when she started her reign, nobody had even envisaged or had a name for what 70 years on the throne would be. So for it to have happened in its own right is something we won't see for generations to come. It will not happen again for a long time. It would have to be a very unfortunate series of events to have another monarch on the throne at such a young age. So the sovereigns are key. Bullion sovereigns, I think, as well, will do very well. Traditionally, we've seen previous yeared sovereigns. Oh, that's the wrong coin in the wrong hole, so it doesn't fit. There we go. Here's the right one. Traditionally, sovereigns have done very well with the different designs on them. Even bullion sovereigns will garner a nice premium. And I do think the same can be said for the 2022 bullion sovereigns. Those will do very well in the regular full and half and even the double. The real sad thing is we won't see a quintuple bullion sovereign. That's something that the Royal Mint has already confirmed, that these will be the last. These matte finish sovereign here and the Piedfort sovereign, which I'll get soon and show for you all. Those are the last ones in that Jubilee series, so we won't get a bullion version of the quintuple. So this is it now. So those I think will be exceptionally sought after. Now that's of course all well and good for those that can afford the humongous sets of money that you would require to get these. Even now, it's huge. But there are other coins which I think will do exceptionally well. The sleeper series that is the Royal Tudor Beasts. This series is one that I've been talking about for the last year and a bit, and I do think genuinely that this is a sleeper series that is underestimated by so many people. Whilst you would never think it would actually come to fruition because we had this image of the Queen being almost immortal and not passing away. But it has happened, and that means that this is the series, this is one of the last series that the Queen will be on. And the Monarch series as well. Whilst I don't have a coin here to show you the Monarch's coin series, that one I think is going to be equally as key. It will have, of course, a change of monarch on it. We've seen this coin here, the Yale of Beaufort, the 2023, with Her Majesty the Queen on, which in itself is a little bit of a misprint, I suppose, or a mint error, but it's because it was all the tradition of coins being made in only the calendar year changed a while ago to fit with the commercialization of mints around the world. The Royal Mint was not the first to do it. They pandered to what other mints around the world were doing, and it's now become the norm for September to be the time that coins are produced for the following year. And I get it, but a lot of people will think that this is going to be an interesting one to have because it is going to be a 2023 coin with Her Majesty the Queen on. The Lunar Series Rabbit could be an interesting one too. So there are other things that you could get than the Big Fat Sovereign set that will be of interest. Another series which I think will be just so sought after for a long time. It's already proven its worth, and that's the Queen's Beast series. Now this is of course the completer where we can see all the beasts. But this is the last full big series of coins to feature just the Queen, and that's super special. There is nothing more special in my book than the Queen's Beast series right now as a just beautiful coin selection from the Royal Mint with their eclectic designs. In fact, here, look, we've got the big chunky kilo version of the silver. And there is just nothing better in my book than this series. The Tudor Beasts, don't get me wrong, they look great, but they're just going to not be as good as this. But they still will be good, I think. So the Queen's Beast series will be fantastic too. Now, Britannia's 2022 Britannia's, the last year of Queen Elizabeth. Definitely worth thinking about. Whether or not you would want to go and get a monster box or just have something to commemorate, I think is interesting. Now for bullion coins, premiums are definitely going to be a thing, and we will see premiums increase on certain coins. How much will it increase? I don't know. If you're buying right now, you will already have seen that bullion sovereigns for 2022, bullion Britannias for 2022, their premiums have gone up. And I think they'll continue to rise as well over the coming weeks. But they will come down in time, and I think we will see a return to sort of the norm for those. It'll be in 10, 15, 20 years when we are seeing perhaps a second monarchy change. You know, King Charles is 73 now. The chances of him lasting more than 25 years to see a silver jubilee perhaps is very unlikely. So we will see another change in monarch, certainly in my lifetime. And it will be an interesting time for coins of Queen Elizabeth for sure. And other coins of King Charles. We have, of course, focused a lot on Queen Elizabeth, but King Charles's coins will be an interesting set when they come out. Now, a lot of people are also speculating about a commemorative coin from the Royal Mint, and I think that that probably will happen in some form. It'll be a matter of when. Of course, His Royal Highness King Charles will be ultimately the one that decides whether or not something like that really happens. And it could be in line with Her Majesty's wishes, perhaps, that there doesn't appear a coin set like that. I know that there wasn't one for Prince Philip. He did not want a set of coins or a coin for him to be produced. That won't stop private mints producing coins, though. And this kind of harks back to my first point here, where I do feel that there's going to be quite a lot of unfortunate hype and pumping. And we'll see it all over the place, all these private companies. I will not name any names for fear of legal mumbo-jumbo, but I think we all know some of the big culprits out there that will produce coins from countries like Tristan da Cunha and Malta and Gibraltar and all of these other island nations, and they'll be marked and marketed as official coins from the various different mints. But they're just going to be tacky, in my opinion, and in bad taste sometimes, I feel too. If you are considering a commemorative coin for this historic change of monarchs, Royal Mint is the way to go. The Royal Mint is, in my opinion, the only maker of consequence for these type of coins. And sad fact of the matter is that the vast majority of these commemorative coins that will come out from private mints around the world will be worth spot in a few years. But Royal Mint coins, I think, will be the desirable ones. Now, other national mints will do equally as well. The Perth Mint, Royal Canadian Mint, those ones I'm not including in this list. But I think a lot of you know the types of companies that I'm talking about, and they've been well published of preying on older folks with pressurized selling tactics, and I don't like it. So, that's my thoughts and opinions. Every business has got their right to do what they want, but I think there's a moral standpoint here which is to be taken. But that's as far as I think I'm willing to go. The point here is there are a lot of really good things out there to come, and I think certainly for me, I'm holding on to these coins right now. I don't feel like, whilst attractive as it is to cash this set out for, let's call it £10,000 and make a £5,000 profit, what would I do with the cash? Would I put it in? I'd probably put it in something else to commemorate the Queen, and there is no better thing to commemorate Her Majesty than this coin set here. So for me, it's a hold, and it's a hold for a long time. It could be 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But for me, I can do that. I'm fortunate enough to be able to hold this set. Now, things change, situations change, and I might well end up selling it. But for now, that's my plan. That's what I want to do. I'm going to continue with the Tudor Beast series with much anticipation. And for those, by the way, who are part of the BYB Rambling Society, you'll remember this is the 2-ounce coin here with the 1-ounce certificate, the mistake. I have had confirmation from the Royal Mint that I am able just to send the certificate back rather than the whole coin, because this is perfect. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'll be sending that back today and hopefully getting a new certificate at some point in the future. And the Monarch series, that's one I haven't got a coin out here, but Monarch series is going to be exciting. And one of the key coins, one of the coins that I think will be simply sold out within minutes in 2025 will be the Monarch series Queen Elizabeth coin. It's already planned within that series, and it was going to be super special if she'd still been alive, because it would have been Queen on one side, Queen on the other. But it's going to be even more sought after now, because whilst we are going to start seeing King Charles appear on our coins in the not too distant future, there will come a moment when Her Majesty the Queen, hey look, that's the door. I bet you that's my proof sovereign set. 2 seconds. Well, apologies for that interruption. It is a Royal Mint package. I think it's the P4 Proof Sovereign. Let's do a little bit of a sneaky unboxing. I'm just taking the label off so that I don't dox myself. But hopefully this is the coin that I'm expecting. If it's not, it'll be a mystery Royal Mint unboxing video. So here we go. Right, let's have a bit of a zoom out, shall we? All you cool kids that watch to the end, look at this bonus content you're getting. Give me a shout out down in the comments if you are a cool kid member. All right, let's just get the invoice out the way. All right, so we have got a coin in a box. It's always a good sign. And this, yes, it's the P4 Sovereign. Couldn't have timed it better. Look at that. Sometimes these things just work out very well. So here we go. Wish me luck for quality. There is the P4 Sovereign. Cardboard feels nice and stiff, so hopefully this isn't a customer return. There's the beautiful Royal Mint box. The sovereign. And we've got, don't think that's a loose capsule, I just think it's not being pushed down into its housing, but it is at least there, which is great. I've noticed they've gone to screw capsules for these coins now, so that's a good move from the Royal Mint in my opinion. So okay, let's have a look if we can get the camera to focus, because the lighting is a little bit weird today. So here is the Piedfort Sovereign for 2022. Now it's the same diameter as a regular Sovereign, but of course double the thickness. So looking pretty good from my eyes. Of course, I'm looking through the viewfinder on the camera, so pretty difficult to see all of the detail at this point, but hopefully it's looking pretty damn good. There's the chunky monkey that we all want to see. Now, to put that in perspective, let's get the regular Sovereign and show you what that looks like side by side. So you can see there, double the thickness. Beautiful, beautiful coin. It's one of those things that you wish they'd make like a bullion version of, so you could feel it and see it and hold it in hand, because of course proof, you just don't want to take it out the capsule and see it and feel it in that double weight. But there we have the double thickness. Let's have a look on the Queen's side, Her Majesty the Queen. This is of course an equally as special coin that it's part of the Jubilee collection, but also the last proof Sovereign with the Queen's effigy on it. And that's looking perfect to my eyes. I can't see any imperfections whatsoever. Beautiful. Wow. So there we go. Perfectly timed top pick for the absolute incredible coin set of the Jubilee celebration. And there we go. So thank you one and all for watching, especially all you cool kids watching to the end. I wonder exactly how many of you actually saw the live impromptu unboxing unfold before your eyes. Do let me know down in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this video and this style of rambling about coins, then let me know as well. It's always great to hear your feedback. And if you haven't subscribed and want to see videos like this in the future, then hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, that is it from me. A big thank you to you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.